Welcome to Willie D Live. I'm Willie D. In the building with me right now is Mr. Cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it. OT Genesis is in the house, people. OT Genesis is in the house. Man, thanks for coming out and doing the show, man.
Oh, man, no problem, family. Thanks for having me.
Man, I can't even hold it. I was thinking about it, talking about it later, man, but man, how the hell you come up with those hooks, man? Like, man, I'm talking about perfect. Can't be said no other way.
Yeah.
Can't add nothing to it.
Yeah.
Perfect. You especially damn sharpshooter, man. If you were like on the SWAT team or whatever, I feel sorry for the person on the receiving end. Dead.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of delivery. You know, delivery. You know, sometimes it ain't what you say, is how you say it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you know, I sit in the studio or whatever, and it's a good time. I don't chase no records. I don't chase hit records. Some people look for that. I just look for a good vibe, and sometimes I just put myself in a club atmosphere and have the drinks going up. Have the girls, have good friends, and positive people that you want around you, and we just having a good time, and those records just come. You know what I mean? And it come natural.
You see, I'm looking for a formula. I'm looking for I guess that is the formula, but I'm looking for something like, okay, we do this, and it's on.
Yeah.
But man, I'm like, my boy we was riding in the car one day, man, and he said, man, Will, man, you heard this song called Cut It? I say, nah. He say, check this shit out. And he started playing like, bam.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's the kind of music that made me go like, all right, this generation is not a lost cause. I mean, these dudes got something to say. It's like all of these dudes are not what you try to make it appear. Like, we have many, many talented cats in this generation. It's just that it's not enough diversity.
Right.
So that clouds people's judgment when they're hearing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
But man, when I heard that damn Cut It, man, then it's same thing when I'm in love with the Coco.
Yeah.
You think about it, when you hear it, you be like, man, that's simple. Anybody can do that. But nah, anybody can't do it. Anybody can't do it. It sounds simple.
Yeah.
But you got to have a certain amount of creativity to be able to come off and pull it off.
Right.
Anybody can't do it, and anybody can't do it consistently. And I'm gonna tell you this here, I ain't gonna even lie. I thought it was a one-hit wonder when I first heard that. I was like, that's too simple. He can't do it again. He ain't gonna be able to do that again. and it's like, shit, I think you topped it with that Cut It.
Man.
Ingenious, man. I'm like, man, Cut It. And then, I don't know if you ever heard this song I got called Coon, but I got a song where I'm calling these coons out. That these black coons mainly, who sell us out, who sell the black community out. And some dude sent me a copy of his version of Cut It.
Right.
And he was talking about cooning. He's like, you cooning way too much. You need to cut it.
That's dope.
So you can do your own version of this song, like in many, many ways. You just man, anything that you're doing in excess, you need to cut it.
Yeah, you need to cut it.
You need to cut it.
Yeah.
You're from where? You're from Atlanta, Georgia, right?
No, I'm from the that's what a lot of people thought. I just used to move around a whole lot.
You from Cali?
Yeah,
right.
I'm from Cali.
Okay,
right. From Long Beach too. On top of that, so I just used to move around a lot. When I was younger. Whether it's Atlanta or North Carolina or whatever. Whatever my people used to move me around. That's why I get OT from out of town, because that's just a way of way of life, a way of living. How I used to get money.
Right. Okay, so where does Genesis come from?
Genesis means the beginning. In the Bible it means the beginning, but I put an A instead of an E, because I ain't want to be criticized in church or anything like that.
So I made sure,
because I I don't go to church as much as I used to, but I do have a relationship with God. But whenever I used to go to church, and I hear the preacher talking about, they'll quote certain songs and everything like that. So I'm like, wow, nah, I don't want to be, I don't want them to be talking about me. You know what I mean? So I just put an A instead of an E.
Spooked.
But but it means this, it means the same thing. It means the beginning, meaning that, being from the West Coast and being a West Coast artist, I do not sound like a West Coast artist at all. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, that's just the beginning of a new sound, new swag, new talk, new lingo, new everything. So that's where Genesis comes from.
Now, when you made your songs, when you finally jumped out there and we began to know you, we first began to know you with the song Coco.
Right.
Now, did you make that song when you were in Cali, or you went to Atlanta and made that?
When I was in Cali when I made it. Yeah, I was in Cali. It was probably like 3 o'clock in the afternoon or something like that.
Strange.
Yeah.
Strange.
You know what's crazy? Because when I did Coco, it was like the same time. It was probably like, when I did Cut It, it was like the same time. It was like 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. There's something about how the way my brain works in the afternoon.
Yeah, you're an afternoon man, and I'm an early morning man. Like my brain, that's how my brain works. I get my best ideas when I first wake up. It's like when I close all the tabs in my head, I go to sleep, close all the tabs.
That's crazy.
And then I wake up in the morning, and then I can get it. It's like I think
that's amazing, because in the morning for me, I'm like horrible, and it's like when I wake up in the morning, the first 2-3 hours, songs sound faster. It's like, it's weird. Like, it sounds faster to me. Like, every song sound like it's faster. As soon as I wake up in the morning, and it's just like, and I hear and I play a song or play anything off the laptop, the song sounds faster. I'm like, is this? That's why if I record at the studio, I gotta wait. Like, when I wake up in the morning, I gotta wait till like a little bit in the afternoon. The marinade, I'm straight and I'm thinking right, then I can hear it. Cause if I try to put a rough mix on something the night before and then I hear it, I'll be so mad.
Right.
I'll be like, this don't sound right. This don't sound right. So that's amazing that, you can even think about that in the morning.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy.
Yeah, and I think that goes to the point that there's no one mythology when it comes to making music. Everybody got their own little thing. Because I'm telling you, I used to hear about people smoking weed and it giving them inspiration, right? I hear Tupac talking about it, and I know Brad, Scarface used to talk about it a lot. That's my ride or die, for years and years and years. My label mate and band member.
Right.
And so, bandmate. And so I'm like, well, shit, I'm already killing these motherfucking rhymes. Man, let me smoke a little something. I ain't never smoked weed before, right? So this is during what album was this? This was this was right after the Resurrection album. Resurrection, then Good, the Bad, and Ugly. Okay, so the Good, the Bad, and Ugly album. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna smoke some weed. If I'm writing right like this, if I've been able to get through it this many years, this many albums, and write the stuff, kind of stuff that I've written, just imagine what happened if I smoke some weed. Right? That's what I'm thinking, right?
Right.
And so I tell my boy, man, bring some weed to the studio.
Yeah.
So they make a big old production out of it. They call all the homies. We're gonna smoke some weed. We're gonna smoke some weed. We're smoking some weed. So everybody comes to the studio, and I fired. I'm like, the weed, like, come on with it, motherfucker. Hit me, make me hurt. I'm like, ain't nothing happening though. Nothing happening.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I start feeling weird, and all it really did was like numbed my creativity.
You know what? And that's the same thing. That's the same thing as me. Like, you know what I mean? But not too far. Like recently. Not too long ago, because like usually I drink or whatever when I'm in the studio, and it's just it just give me a little bit more energy. You know what I'm saying? It just give me a little bit more energy, depending on what song it is too. Like it'll give me a little bit more energy, so I'll come off. You know what I mean?
Can you think when you drink?
When I'm drinking,
I'm talking about. Can you be creative, like actually write?
You know what's crazy? I'm slower writing my verses under the influence, but I'm faster with my hook.
Okay.
Like the hook comes like that, like right off the jump. The hook comes boom. It's a melody already playing in my head. It's just me filling in the words.
Right.
You know, and so with smoking, I tried that too, because I was trying to do this thing. Like I'm on this thing right now where I'm not trying to drink for like a month because I drink too much. So I was trying to smoke in the studio, but then you have your indica and then you have your sativa. You have your upper.
Right.
And I will not lie to you, Willie. I had smoked this. I had smoked this weed my boy gave me, and it wasn't a downer because I know exactly what you mean. It'll just make your thoughts all fuzzy. It's like slower. You it's a downer. It put you down.
Right.
And so it was an upper, and it just had me thinking a lot. Like it just had me thinking. I was thinking about a whole lot of but most people that smoke downers. If you really, really smoke weed, they smoke downers because that's a strong, strong, strong weed.
Right.
But when I'm smoking the upper, it's just like I'm thinking a lot. Like my mind is just, you know what I mean? And it puts me in a thing where I just want to rap. It's weird,
right.
but it is it. But the upper has me thinking a lot. It just has me thinking, and I just want to rap. But it's a whole lot that goes to everything. It's just crazy, people's brains just work, differently, different times with different things.
Right. Now, did you feel any kind of pressure being from the West Coast to get that swang type sound that y'all have? Like it's a West Coast sound, you know it when you hear it.
Yeah, you know what, man, I like all my life, I've been listening to Pac and Snoop and E40 and just everybody, but I always wanted to be different because I felt that if I tried to fill one of their shoes, like that'd be whack because they did it already.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I always wanted to be different, but the dope thing about it, what I like especially about the South is, like, it's like West Coast is known for straight like gangster music, like you know what I mean?
Right.
And and then they switched it up. Then Mustard came and switched it up a little bit to where it's like pop, club, rap, you know what I mean? Stuff like that, like all kind of stuff. Mustard does. But then like the South, I was really, really influenced because they was doing street music, they was doing R&B, they was doing, they was just doing everything. And so I just, I fell in love with that. Even from, even in, like, I used to, listen to all the East Coast rappers. And around my time, that's when, the Diplomats came out and Cameron and everybody. And, I still used to listen to, Puff and Jadakiss. And I just used to listen to everybody from the South East Coast. So I'm just a real fan of music, But I never wanted to do the same thing that everybody was doing. I just always wanted to be different.
Right.
Because if I could remember, like, it always been that way. Like, somebody always tried to be like the next person. Because they feel like that's easy. That's the easy way out.
Especially today.
Right. You know what I mean? That's the easy way out. I never wanted to take that way. I always wanted to be dope, man, and just do something that everybody be like, what did he just say? Or what did this? You know what I mean? I just wanted to stand out.
Right.
I just always wanted to stand out. So I never wanted to follow that trend. Right. I just wanted to be from there and represent, but I never wanted to follow the trend.
So how was it that when you were being influenced by 50 Cent, this was one of the people that you listed as one of the people who inspired you.
Yeah.
How was it to get signed to this dude? Because you had a deal with G-Unit at one point, right?
Yeah.
And what happened? How did that come to be about?
I actually signed a single deal there, and it happened 2011, and it was somebody who heard a song in a club in L.A., and so they brought the song that I had. It was a song called like Jackie Chan or something. It was a song called in L.A. that I did, and then he gave it to, which is my manager at the time, Dino DeValle. He gave it to Dino, And Dino was really cool with 50 because Dino was supposed to sign 50 back in the day, you know, and it, you know, it never happened. So, you know, 50 called me on the phone like, yo, he called like 2 hours later after he heard the song. I'm like, he responded that fast. Like,
and
yo,
which song was this?
It was a song called Jackie Chan. It was a long. I did a song called like I Stunt like Jackie Chan. That's basically what I was saying.
Right.
You know, and it was like a big club record in LA at the time.
Right.
So, you know, 50 called my phone like, yo, what up? I'm like, I mean, it's really 50. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, okay. Oh shit, it really is 50.
Yeah.
So we just chopped it up and talked. Then he came, flew out, come see me. You know what I mean? We chilled in Santa Monica, hung out, everything like that. But it was just so dope. It was like, I kind of felt, because at the time, I kind of felt that because I wasn't following, you know, what everybody was doing on the West Coast, I felt that I was kind of hated on, you know, or it doesn't even have to be hated on. It could be just be accepted. Let's just use that word. I kind of felt like I wasn't accepted because I didn't sound like the rest of the pack.
Right.
I was mind you, I'm the only one really that sounded different. And anybody will tell you to this day, anybody with the YGs, Mustard, anybody who knows me that's, you know, doing music, they'll tell you I always sounded different than everybody. And so I always felt that I wasn't accepted by certain people or certain DJs or whatever it is because I didn't sound the same. So it just felt, it was refreshing that it took somebody from the East Coast to come over here, you know what I mean?
Right.
And you know, and sign me. And so I got a great relationship with Snoop, and you know what I mean, we from the same city, but Snoop didn't know about me at that time, and Snoop was real close with the people that was around me in my circle and everything, like people down the street from my house, like, you know, the lady down the street from my house did his hair. You know, my homeboy was her, my homeboy, that was his mother. And it was just, and I never asked for handouts from anybody. And so that's why I'm so respected on the West Coast, because they're like, yo, this dude been rocking, and he never asked for help from nobody. He just been rocking, you know? So
right. That's very important to be self-sufficient and independent. Me and Carly Red from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, we were just talking about that.
Right.
How many artists just sit back and they want the label to do everything for them. They just come with the dream, and that's all they got. Right. And the thing is that why would I just sign you and that's all you got when it's so many artists out there who've already they've been in the studio, they've recorded the records, they already have a swagger, they have an image already put together. They have followers on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, and you're not even on social media. But you out here trying to get a deal.
Right.
Psh, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, it's real.
So you out here for Trade Day.
Yeah.
You out here for Trade Day, where we out here giving back to the inner city, not just the inner city, but the hood and the city, period. We're giving back to the people, basically. And we're going to talk about that when we come right back. You're checking out Willie D Live, OT Genesis. I'm in love with the coke.